Yeah, good morning, boys, once again. As part of our task of answering as many sample papers as possible, this session we are answering sample paper 3, section C. And as I told you, section C is two-way questions. One, diagram based questions. One diagram will be there. Instead of direct labeling, he will give you X, Y, Z or A, B, C, D, and questions will be there based on that. So for this, I have been telling you draw diagram. At least daily one diagram you draw. Label it. And labeling also, I said arrow mark towards the part. And then try to label on one side, like your NCC single file, Indian Army. Okay. And understand the importance of each labeling. Okay. Understand the importance of each label that you are doing. What is the significance of that? And second type I said is concept based. Okay. About a concept, one paragraph will be there. So it is also called case based questions. Like you can see the today's first question only, there is a concept on viruses. Okay, there is a diagram of virus also, you can see there. So like that, about one concept there will be one paragraph, and then at the end of the paragraph there will be MCQs, multiple choice questions, right, including A and R, assertion and reasoning. So with that background, and just to remind you that in section C there will be 12 questions. Out of 12 you have to answer any 10, right? So overall in the term 1 exam paper you have 50 questions to be answered. Out of 60, 10 questions choice will be there. Section A 4 questions, section B 4 questions, section C 2 questions. So overall you have 10 choices. Out of 60 questions you have to answer 50, and that will be reduced to 35 marks, and once you come back to school we will have practicals for 15 marks. So 35 theory, 15 marks practicals. Term 1 exam weightage is 50 marks. So keeping that in background, straight away we go to question number 49, and the concept is about viruses. What is it? Anita is very curious to know the reason why the virus is placed in any of the classifications. She has asked the teacher. The teacher told her that it is not considered truly living. Viruses are non-cellular organisms. There is no cell. That's why they are considered as non-cellular. And they are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cells. So once they infect a cell, see, this is the thing you must understand, even in corona case. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of the host cell. If it enters into a human being, it takes the mechanism of the human cell and starts replicating themselves. And in the process, it kills the host cells, tissues, and the host himself or herself. So, Dmitry Ivanovsky in 1892 recognized certain microbes as causal organism of the mosaic disease of tobacco. You know, in tobacco there is a disease called mosaic disease. Just like in your home also you must have mosaic flooring, isn't it? A small tile will be there. Over the tile there will be designs like dots, flowers, like that. That's called mosaic. Okay. So in tobacco leaf also, once a virus attacks, in tobacco, in the entire plant, leaf is most valuable. Okay, as far as your finance is concerned, monetary benefits are concerned, leaf is valuable, and that leaf will be attacked by this virus and makes holes. That's why the leaf appears as though like a mosaic flooring. Hence the name is mosaic tobacco virus, MTV. Okay. So viruses are basically considered as both living as well as non-living. Living because they undergo reproduction, non-living because they don't have cellular organization and they are in the crystallized form. They are like sugar crystals, salt crystals. Okay, but once they find a host cell, using all the food, all the mechanism including the DNA and RNA, they start reproducing and in the process kill the host. Okay, so this is how the viruses are dangerous. Now, after having understood the concept, look at the diagram. There is a capsid, that protein capsule, protein coat, and RNA. You know, in viruses, most of the viruses, RNA is the genetic material. Of course, there are viruses with DNA also, right? So, predominantly it is RNA. Now, question number 49. Difference between virus and viroids. A. Both absence of protein coat in viroid but present in virus, and presence of low molecular weight RNA in the virus but absent in viroids. So, two differences, one is the protein coat, another is the RNA. Next, B. Absence of protein coat in viroid but present in the virus. C. None of this should come at the end. Okay. D. Presence of low molecular weight RNA in virus but absent in viroids. So, answer the question. Just you write 49 and you put alphabets A, B like that. Next, question number 50. Which of the following is incorrect match? Remember, he is asking incorrect, wrong match. Column 1, column 2. If you observed, column 1 is giving name of scientists, column 2 their work. Okay. Column 1A, M.W. Bezerenek. Column 2, of course, I'll read first all the scientist name. A. Dmitry Ivanovsky, just now we read it. C. W.M. Stanley, and D. T.O. Dyna. In column 2, their work. The extract of the infected plants of tobacco could cause infection in healthy plants. Just now we talked about TMV, tobacco mosaic virus. Second, recognized certain microbes as causal organism of the mosaic disease of tobacco. Next, called fluid as Contagium vivum fluidum, that is infectious living fluid. Next, discovered a new infectious agent, viroids. Now, in such questions, I told you, pick up one that you know well and match that, remaining 3 will be automatically done. Or next chance, if you are sure, 2 at least you answer, remaining 2 will be followed. Let's say our Navin Gowda knows D, Dyna. Now match that. And again, Navin should remember what is the question? Incorrect match. So match 3 correct ones, obviously the left out one is the answer. Correct? Answer the wrong one. Yeah. Question number 51. Which of the following is not a viral disease? Again, not a viral disease. TB, AIDS, of course, all of you know, it's a viral. Herpes, you know, is a viral. Smallpox, you guess. Now left out is tuberculosis. Now your choices. Smallpox and tuberculosis. Which one? Arrive at the answer. Again, question number 52, diagram based question. All of you zoom out the diagram in your mobiles, in your laptops. Now could you find label A? Now identify that. What is that? First of all, what is this diagram? First identify the diagram. It looks like your physics satellite. Okay. Identify A. Is it tail fiber? Is it the head? Is it the collar? Or is it the sheath? Out of the four, which one? Next, question number 53. Which of the following is incorrect statement? Again, see, incorrect, not correct statement. And in that 4 years given, BSE is known as mad cow disease in human beings. Second, the RNA of the viroid was of high molecular weight. Third, the protein coat called capsid is made up of small subunits called capsomeres. Fourth statement, viruses are obligate parasites. Now the options. What is the question? Incorrect statement. Okay. So first identify correct statements. Left out one is incorrect. Option 1, third and first are wrong ones. Option B, 1 and 2 are wrong ones. Option C, third and fourth wrong ones. Option D, fourth and second wrong ones. Now we move on to question number 54. Assertion reasoning type. Assertion. A virus is a nucleoprotein and the genetic material is infectious. Read that. Virus is a nucleoprotein and genetic material is infectious. It causes infections. Right. Reason. Viruses that infect plants have single-stranded RNA. RNA single strand. Now, A, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B, A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C, A is true but R is false. D, A is false but R is true. Next, 55, bat. Bat is a member of an order Lagomorpha, Hymenoptera, Urodila, Chiroptera. Order is asked, bat. Next, 56. What is the name of muscle fibers? A, myofibril. B, fibrous tissue. C, muscular fiber. And D, fibrosa. Question number 57. Which one is present nearest to plasma membrane? Is it secondary wall? Is it primary wall? Is it tonoplast or middle lamella? Nearest to plasma membrane. Question 58. Which one is the cofactor for the proteolytic enzyme carboxypeptidase? Carboxypeptidase, proteolytic, something that breaks. Okay. A, mercury, cofactor. B, copper. C. Zinc, and D. Magnesium. Question number 59. Middle lamella is mainly composed of A. Hemicellulose, glycogen granules, phosphoglyceroids, calcium pectate. Middle lamellae is mainly composed of. Now we come to the last one, question number 60. 98% of living body is formed of 6 elements: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus and sulfur, sulfur and magnesium, calcium and phosphorus, magnesium and sodium. So take 1 minute and answer all the questions. Now I will give you the answers. At the end of the session, I will be posting this in the group. Okay, I have the explanations also. Yeah, here I go. Question number 49. Answer B. Absence of protein coat in viroid, but protein coat is present in the virus. Question number 50. Answer C. Answer, of course, choice A, C, sorry. Question number 50, option A, C. That is, W.M. Stanley called fluid as contagium vivum fluidum, infectious living fluid. Question number 51, A, tuberculosis. 51, tuberculosis, not a viral disease because it is bacterial. Question number 52, diagram based. Of course, all of you must have guessed. Sheath. Answer D, sheath. 53, question number 53, B, 1 and 2. Incorrect statement. 1 and 2. Question number 54, answer B. Answer B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Question 55, answer D, Chiroptera or Chiroptera. Bat is a member of the order Chiroptera of our own class. We all belong to mammals, Mammalia. Bats are only mammals to have achieved powered flight in which forelimbs are modified into wings. So, the forelimbs, what we call hands, are modified into wings. So, that's how they have attained the ability to fly. 56, of course, all of you must have written correctly. A, myofibril. Muscle tissue is made up of elongated fiber-like structures called myofibrils. And you know, each myofibril is made up of 2 proteins, actin and myosin. Actin filament, myosin filament. Next, question number 57. A, secondary wall. Secondary wall is formed inside the primary wall, and secondary wall is present nearest to plasma membrane of the plant cell. Next, question number 58. C. Zinc, Zn. Zinc is a cofactor for the proteolytic enzyme carboxypeptidase and forms coordination bonds with the side chains of two histidines and one glutamic acid residue at the active site. A fourth bond is formed between zinc and a carboxylic group of the substrate amino acids, and it is here that the cleavage of the peptide occurs. So, zinc plays a crucial role in this. Next, question number 59. Answer D. Calcium pectate. Calcium pectate. The middle lamellae is a layer mainly of calcium pectate that holds or glues the different neighboring cells together, attaches the cell to cell attachment. Now, last question. Of course, all of you must have guessed. Clue is bones, phosphorus and sulfur. Question number 60A. Everything in the universe is made up of elements. The body of living organisms contains mainly 6 elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur. Okay, already in the question he has given carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. Now, what is the choice that we are adding? Phosphorus and sulfur. In fact, 98% of our body is formed of these 6 elements. So, imagine our life. We are saying we always neglect minor things, and if these minor things are not there, 98% of our body is not there. Hence, don't neglect the micro things, give importance to them also. That is the lesson that we are getting from this. Right? So, with this, you just find out, self check how many answers are correct in the section C, and overall section A, section B, section C together you calculate and put the marks in our WhatsApp group. Okay. So, soon after the session is over, I will be posting this into our WhatsApp group. Go through it, and tomorrow I will be posting sample paper 4, and as I have been telling you, make a notes of it. Take the printouts of all this, make a small booklet so that it will be very useful during your exams. And then good work that you have to do, smart work that you have to do is chapter wise identify the questions. Okay, in your hometown, if 3 or 4 of you are there, sit together in somebody's house, one of your homes, and do this. This will help you to identify what are the major concepts that are covered under a particular chapter, so that you can focus on that, right? And you will come to know chapter wise weightage also, how many marks are coming from each chapter, and what are the concepts that are to be given top priority. This is second. And the one thing that I always insist on you being biology boys is draw diagrams, practice diagrams, label it on one side, arrow mark towards the part. So the typical characteristics, see, in classification of animals and plants, we studied the characteristics of a particular animal and placed that animal in the particular group, isn't it? Similarly, the characteristic of biology boy is you must draw beautiful diagram. If you are drawing beautiful diagram, scientific diagram, you are placed under biology group, right? Keep this in your mind, right? Put the scores and See you tomorrow again. Bye. Happy Dashara to you all.